Hey everybody, I want to do an update video on my TRT uh, and diet and exercise regimen. So I think I did the last video on it 4 months ago. At that point, I think I was doing 200 milligrams a week of testosterone cypionate. Not really a week, but every one shot every 3 days. So it'd be half a milliliter every 3 days. So 100 milligrams every 3 days as well. So that recipe seemed to work pretty well, but like I think I stated in my other video, I'm pretty sensitive to it, so my estrogen level would rise up really strongly, and it was giving me some back acne issues and stuff. I'm definitely not happy with that. That's shitty. But since then I started trimming it back a little bit, and so what I ended up doing is using ultra fine insulin syringes with they're in tenths of a milliliter measurement, and each syringe is half a milliliter. So I cut back over a few weeks. I dropped it from 0.5 down to 0.4. So I haven't really done the math, but I think I'm doing roughly 160 milligrams a week, or every 3 days, or in 6 days. Okay, it's not a week. Let's be accurate. So about 80 milligrams every 3 days, and which dramatically helped my back. Which I'm thankful for. I can't really stress enough, if you're using this stuff, how, especially if you're sensitive like me. I have friends who use it too, and they're not as sensitive, so it's not really as big of an issue. But if you are sensitive to it, to titrate back slowly, and don't make big sweeps, because your body never gets used to it, and your body freaks out. So just slowly cut it back to a point where stuff starts looking good and you're feeling good. I haven't lost any performance in the gym. If anything, I'm leaner because it's helping my estrogen stay lower. As well, with the insulin syringes, I'm injecting in my right in my belly like you would insulin, which also definitely slows the absorption rate. Because if I spike right into my leg or my butt, it definitely goes in my body quicker, and my back will break out. I can tell. It hits me super quick. So the secret here, for me at least, and anybody who's like me, is slow dosage changes. You know, slow absorption injection style, and really keeping on point with the dosage itself. So I mean, I'll cut a picture in here of the way I look now. I think that's the only picture I have of myself in the mirror. I don't like posting that shit. It makes me feel like an idiot. But it's interesting, to see where I think roughly, I don't know when I started working out so much, but like before Christmas of 2017, man, I was out of shape. Fat. I was like at like 250. I felt like shit getting in out of the car. I was like, oh, I feel like crap. It's hard to get out of a freaking car. Walk upstairs, you feel like crap. Okay. And then a good friend of mine, who's only 4 years older than me, had a freaking heart attack, which caused him to have a stroke. So I was like, Jesus, you need to get your shit together and bust your ass. So I did, and I started going back to my CrossFit. And at the time, it was only 1 day a week I was hitting, and then 2 days a week. And finally, by springtime, now I'm able to go 4, sometimes 5 days a week, which, you do have to take a break every once in a while, because it can wear you down, but busting your ass pays off. So I was at like a 250, 255 sometimes, fat and out of shape. Now I'm at 225 and pretty lean, and probably right in here, I'm going to try to cut this picture in. So this is where I've gotten to now. At about 225, I'm about 5'8". I used to be 5'9" in high school, but my back injuries and stuff, I've definitely lost height. So 5'8", 225. This is what I look like. The picture is a little bit, it looks a little better than in reality. I look leaner in the picture, which is kind of rare, but I think it was just the optics of the picture. So I ended up sending it to my friend in Florida who knows he has to start working out again, and I just sent it to mess with his head, to say, hey man, look where I got to after busting my ass. I'm sure you can do it too. But I think I've made good progress. I feel really good. I feel worn out a lot sometimes, but it's from working out and kicking my own ass. It's paid off in my career. Like I have to tangle with criminals occasionally, people who are already behind bars. I don't really get in my job too much here, but sometimes I have to restrain people. And man, I can tell a difference. I have to really be careful. I have to dial it back sometimes because, you know, you get a little bit torqued up in a situation, and it can be easy to hurt people when you're in shape. So, I'll end that video. Well, one other thing before I quit, the Exemestane dose I use for anti-estrogen, I've brought back into using that a little bit, but super slight. So roughly twice a month I'll take half a pill. I think a pill is 25 milligrams. So I'll split these pills, take them about 2.5 weeks apart roughly. Like if I'm getting to the point where I can feel my estrogen come up, and I'll be kind of lazy when I know it's higher and just feel weird, so I'll take half this pill, and about 2.5 weeks later or so it feels like I take another one, because it's getting complex. But I mean, if you look at when you take your, I'm gonna try to use my finger here as a diet. When you take testosterone, you'll get spikes. Like here, I took an injection, 24 hours later I'm high, and then it comes down, comes down, comes down, comes down. I take another injection, it goes high. So if you take it every 3 days, it's like, you know, boom spike, boom spike, boom spike. It's a better, flatter sine wave of testosterone level. People think sometimes that relates to your estrogen. Your estrogen goes up and down with your testosterone level too, but the half-life of estrogen is way different. So it takes longer to build your estrogen up, and it also takes longer to get rid of it. So your estrogen level will just kind of climb. So my testosterone level peaks and valleys will be boom, 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 small and tight, almost flat with this every 3 days. But if you try to kind of overlay that with estrogen, it would be climbing, 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 climbing. Exemestane, boom, climbing, 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 because it takes longer to make it, and it also takes longer to get rid of it. So if you don't take that Exemestane, that will basically kill it off, and I don't want to get too technical. So, and what I'm trying to get at here is you have to deal with two different half-lives, and you have to understand that both the half-lives of each hormone in your body is different. So with that, I'll end this video, and good luck.